Chairs No Waiting, episode number 229, the eBullet, March 2013. Two Chairs No Waiting is brought to you each week by the fine folks over at Weaver's Department Store. Drop by over at Weaver's and you'll be supporting the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club, because that's who runs Weaver's, and they have all kinds of wonderful Mayberry items for you that you can make yours by heading over to weaversdepartmentstore.com. Two Chairs No Waiting is also brought to you by donations by listeners just like you. The executive producer of Two Chairs No Waiting, number 229, is Jim Clark. The presiding goober over at the Rerun Watchers Club, Jim Clark. Tonight's episode is the eBullet, and so Jim is the sponsor, the executive producer tonight, because Jim provided most of the content for this episode because he writes the eBullet. Now, you know, it's that time we do this every other month or so. Two Chairs No Waiting has a look at the eBullet. You're asking yourself, what's the eBullet? You know, I'm new to this. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, the eBullet's only the official online newsletter of the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club, and you'll hear us refer to it as TAGSRWC or TAGSRWC, because the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club is a lot of words and hard to say. At least as quickly as we want to get the words out. Anyway, Jim Clark is the presiding goober over at the Rerun Watchers Club, and he does a lot of work every other month, but he's actually working all in between there as well to put together this wonderful newsletter called the eBullet. Now, for a little bit of history for you guys, there used to be a newsletter, a real one, paper version, called the Bullet. And several years ago, I started helping Jim and helping him move from that paper copy, which actually cost money to print and everything. It cost us a good bit to mail that out. The Rerun Watchers Club had a lot of expense involved in that. So we started trying to move over toward an electronic version. So when we did, we changed it from the Bullet to the eBullet, and it became the electronic newsletter of the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club. And Jim also continued for quite a while producing, and I think he still does even, producing paper versions of the newsletter, which were pared down a great deal for people who didn't have internet access. But by far the best way, and the way we definitely encourage you to do this, is to go, you can go to the actual homepage of the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club, which is imayberry.com. You can go there, and when you go there, you'll see a link right there on the front to go to the eBullet. So I definitely want to encourage you to head over there and sign up and get the eBullet delivered directly to your inbox, because you'll get good information like we're about to start going through. Now, the eBullet this month is the March 2013 issue. And if you go and check it out, what we're going to go through here is just some of the highlights in the eBullet. There are so many more things that you would find if you actually subscribe or head over and read the eBullet. There's great pictures and all kinds of things you'll see. And there's a calendar of events telling you of all kinds of great calendar items, things that Mayberry fans would want to know. Now, I'm going to hit a few highlights, like, for instance, on April the 26th and 27th of 2013 will be the third annual Mayberry Comes to Westminster in Westminster, South Carolina. Guest stars include Maggie Peterson, that's Charlene Darling. She'll be the event's official host and the parade grand marshal. And the other guest star is Leroy McNeese of the Mayberry's, the Country Boys. They appeared on the Andy Griffith Show as well. Leroy's a wonderful guy. Going off script here from the eBullet, but he's a great guy. Definitely somebody you'll want to meet if you haven't. Wonderful man to be around. A full slate of Mayberry tribute artists will be on hand, including David, the Mayberry Deputy Browning. He'll be there patrolling the crowds. They've got activities like a concert, Star Tribute, and the VW Boys are going to be there with us. Speaking of the VW Boys, they are at so many Mayberry events around the country with us that we do at Mayberry Days and all kinds of stuff. And they have been kind enough to provide me with that background music you hear there. So I want to thank the VW Boys. They'll be at Mayberry Comes to Westminster. So head over and check it out. Head over to the eBullet and you can read all about that yourself and get tickets. Information is all right there for you. So hopefully we'll see you in April over in Westminster. A lot of other great Mayberry events you're going to see coming up the next several months. Not going to try to even hit them all. I want you to head over to the eBullet and check them out for yourself. But one thing, another one I do want to mention is in August, on the 23rd and 24th, Rodney Dillard and Maggie Peterson, that's Rodney Dillard of the Darling Boys, and Maggie, once again, will be joined by several tribute artists, including David Browning, Ken Junkin as Otis. We got Phil, Ernest T. Fox, Howard Sprague himself, Jeff Branch, he'll be on hand, and I'll be there as Floyd the Barber. But we'll be raising money for the Montgomery County DARE program on Saturday evening, August the 24th. So head on over. Check out the information if you live in the area of Troy, North Carolina. We'd love to see you there. Again, there's all kinds of great things there. You'll find Life Lessons of Mayberry. They're going to be having that the week of Mayberry Days. So if you're heading to Mayberry Days, head over and sign up and head to the Life Lessons from Mayberry. It's all there, black and white. It's going to be at Ridgecrest, North Carolina. It's just east of Asheville. And it's celebration of the Andy Griffith Show and biblical truths and life applications that are found in the show. It's a 3-day event right before Mayberry Day, so hit it and then head to Mayberry Day, September 26th through the 29th. It's the 24th annual Mayberry Days in Mount Airy, North Carolina. The last full weekend of September. There's a golf tournament, there's concerts, one-man show by James Best, tied up in knots with Karen Knotts, Don Knotts' daughter, the VW Boys, who are providing our music. We'll do a tribute to Mayberry. There's Colonel Tim's, all kinds of wonderful things going on there as well. So again, I want to encourage you to head over and check out the event calendar right there in the eBullet. Now, just to catch up a little bit on our cast and crew, we got news from them coming up here. We have Andy Griffith has been in the news a couple of times in recent weeks. First, he was inexplicably left out of the memorandum segment during the Oscar ceremony. The omission caused a tremendous outcry from his peers and fans and the media. In protest, an NBC affiliate in Cleveland, WKYC, even preempted a couple of nights of NBC's primetime programming to show episodes of Matlock. That's the kind of respect Andy got. That's been amazing. Andy was indirectly back in the news recently when there was some widespread media coverage and reaction about a permit being issued to tear down his house that for a long time was his primary residence on the family property in Manteo, North Carolina. And if you want more information about that, you can head over to the eBullet, and there's a Associated Press news article you can head over and read. Let's hear about Ron Howard. Well, Ron Howard was inducted into the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame in a ceremony at the Beverly Hilton in Los Angeles. He was inducted by a friend and Arrested Development co-star Will Arnett. There's a great video over there, guys. You can go and check that out as well if you want to see some of what was going on there. Ron also participated in an Alzheimer's fundraiser in New York City earlier this month. And there's a short video of that you can go and watch if you head over to the eBullet's website and read through the cast and crew news. Anyway, his next film is called Rush. And as it speeds along in post-production for release in September, he and his daughter Bryce Dallas Howard continue to have key involvement with Canon USA's Project Imagination, which is producing 10 short films based on photos that were selected by Bryce and Ron, and eventually a larger panel of judges. Anyway, the completed films are set to be screened at a film festival later this year. Jim Neighbors, Gomer Pyle himself, he got married in Seattle on January 15th. Shazam. He and Stan Cadwalder, his longtime partner, were married by a judge at Fairmont Olympic Hotel. quote from Jim says, "I'm 82 and he's in his 60s. And so we've been together for 38 years, and I'm not ashamed of people knowing," Jim told Hawaiian News Now in a story that then received extensive nationwide coverage. "It's just that it was such a personal thing, I didn't tell anybody," he continued. "I'm very happy that I've had a partner of 38 years and feel blessed. And what can I tell you? I'm just very happy," end quote. Betty Lynn's been greeting fans at the Andy Griffith Museum. Greeted them last on March the 15th, and she'll be back on April 19th. So look for her at the museum the third Friday afternoon of just about every month. So if you want to see Betty Lynn, Thelma Lou, head on over there. Joy Ellison, I don't know if you remember her. She played Mary Wiggins among several other Mayberry roles. She continues her successful career as one of the top dialect coaches in Hollywood. Her recent projects include The Life of Pi, episodes of Mad Men, as well as A Night in Old Mexico, which stars Robert Duvall and is expected to be released in theaters later this year. She's currently working on a TV pilot called Super Clyde, starring redheaded Harry Potter star Rupert Grint. Ron, I guess that's Ron. Wow, from Harry Potter. Mayberry Country Boys band member and Drobo legend Leroy Mac McNeese has a new CD out called Stories. It has a lot of great tunes that will be familiar to Mayberry Days fans and many others, plus some songs that are sure to become favorites. One track is The Andy Griffith Show Medley. And you can get a copy and check out Leroy, his CDs and other news at LeroyMac.com. And finally, for Cast and Crew news, if you've recently received a picture claiming by email, claiming that it's a young Frances Bavier, aka Aunt B, it's not. What it is a hoax. Instead, the lady is actress and model Gloria DeHaven. So now, if you receive this hoax, you'll know not to pass it along to your friends, thereby perpetuating a hoax. And you might also want to let whoever sent the hoax to you know that they've been pranked. If you want to learn more about the hoax and Mayberry's efforts to nip it in the bud, check out Two Chairs No Waiting podcast, episode number 227. All right. The podcast made it into the actual the eBullet. So, folks, hey, there's so much news and stuff in there. There's things like chapter updates. Well, we got brand new chapters. I always love to read the chapter updates. We're up to 1,403 chapters since the Andy Griffith Show Reowners Club began. We got the newest chapters are Andy's Front Porch Pickers from Springfield, Missouri. Dooley, oh, that's a good one, from Poca, West Virginia. P-O-C-A, I assume I said that right. Blood Brothers from Macon. We got Mayberry Friends Society from Archdale, North Carolina. It was Macon, Missouri, by the way. And Like Now, Chickie. Like Now, Chickie? It's a question. From Albuquerque, New Mexico. I love the chapter names because they're always clever and people are coming up with new things. If you want to figure out how to join, head on over to the eBullet and it'll explain exactly how you can create your own chapter, or we can even help you get in touch with chapters in your area and become members there. Now, the eBullet's got other information in there. I'm not going to read it all, as I've said before. There's all kinds of merchandise updates from over at Ben Weaver's and Weaver's Department Store. We all know and love Weaver's. You know, we got to love Weaver's because they sponsored the show. There's all kinds of things there. Matlock DVDs. When I Find the Ocean, it's a DVD featuring George Lindsay, one of his last performances in a movie. Definitely something you'd want to see. Got the Waitress DVD that featured Andy Griffith. Oh, we got a 4-movie collection of Don Knotts on his Disney movies. The Apple Dumpling Gang and Hot Leg Cold Feet and Gus. That's definitely worth getting. Anyway, head on over and check it out. Go over to weaversdepartmentstore.com and check out all the wonderful items they've got over there. I know they're a sponsor of the show, but fans of the Andy Griffith Show, all of you that are listening to this, you would you got to enjoy it and head on over there. We got a few more mentions here, things I want to mention to you because I never think to do it. But Mayberry on the web, the iMayberry community, is something that we're really excited about the launch of. Last year, it was a web activity hosted by the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club and organized and overseen by me, Alan Newsom. I oversee that. It's called the iMayberry community, and it's been getting a great response. It complements all of our other online activities, including the imayberry.com page. So if you hadn't been there, you definitely want to go check out imayberry.com. And also Weaver's Department Store, the podcast, Facebook pages. There's so many different things out there related to the Andy Griffith Show, and they list them all right here in the eBullet. And folks, if you're listening to this podcast, I definitely want to encourage you. There's so many ways for you to be able to get in touch with people. As Jim said in the newsletter, we've got the imayberry.com website. We got the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club Facebook page. You can head over to that. And of course, you already know about the podcast. You can head there, or the iMayberry community. The iMayberry community, there's about 600 people over there now. And I definitely think you would really enjoy heading over there and visiting and talking with folks. So I definitely want to encourage that from the folks that are listening to the podcast. And you already know about the podcast, but do you also know that there's a Mayberry Bible Study podcast? There's a Mayberry Bible Study podcast. I already told you that. And there's also Kevin Burke's Burke on Mayberry. It's a brother figure. It's my brother figure to Two Chairs No Waiting. And Kevin was actually the first Mayberry podcaster, by the way. And so he's there. And finally, let's hit just a little bit of news about some of the chapters. We talked about the chapter names, but here's a little bit of chapter news. The Mayberry chapter up in Knoxville, Tennessee, they continue to have regular celebrations of birthdays for the Andy Griffith Show stars. These folks really love cake. They've got a chapter party in honor of the Darling boy, Dean Webb, planned for April, and one for Margaret Carey in May. And then they've got miniature golf scheduled for June before their parade and festival seasons kick off into high gear. It's just a go, go, go all the time with this wild bunch. So this is the Mayberry chapter in Knoxville, Tennessee. Great folks over there in the Mayberry chapter. Now, the biggest gathering of fans and chapters of the spring is no doubt going to be the Mayberry Comes to Westminster Festival, spearheaded by the Laura Lee Hobbs chapter of Westminster, South Carolina. We already talked about that a little bit. Word just seems to leak out every year about this festival. It's as exciting as a gold shipment coming to town. So, folks, I definitely want to encourage you to head over and check that out. There's all kinds of wonderful stuff in the eBullet. And chapters-wise, we definitely want to encourage you to join a chapter in your area. Now, if you don't have a chapter in your area, you're not out of luck, because you obviously have the internet or you wouldn't be hearing this show. But there is the Who's Been Messing Up the Bulletin Board chapter, and you can join that. It's an online chapter of the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club. It's been around since 1992, I think. It's hard for me to remember. I was the one that started that chapter as well. And there's about 1,500 people that visit with one another about the Andy Griffith Show every day on there. So I definitely want to encourage you to get involved in the Andy Griffith Show. You're involved already listening to this and responding, and hopefully maybe coming to the live show on Monday nights at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and being a part of the chat room while I'm blathering away here talking to everybody. But I definitely, just getting to know everybody and meet one another, isn't that what it's really all about? And I just want to thank you guys for spending time with me every week here at Two Chairs No Waiting. And I just want to thank Jim Clark, our presiding goober of the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club, for his amazing work putting together the eBullet every other month and just sharing all that wonderful Mayberry information that he shares with us. Jim, without Jim, this podcast would never have happened. I guarantee you the bullet wouldn't be around. Most of this Mayberry stuff would not be organized like it is. And I just cannot thank him enough for all the hard work he's done over the years to just keep that Mayberry's feeling alive. Now, your part, should you choose to accept it, is to just keep that spirit alive by going around and talking with people, sharing the good news about Mayberry, spread the news about this podcast, and about all these different things we've got online, iMayberry community or whatever. But I'd love to hear from you. Give me a call at 888-684-8415 and tell me what you think about some of these events. If you go to one of them, call in and let us know what it was like. Give us an on-the-spot report. You can also email me at floyd@imayberry.com, or you can head on over to twochairsnowaiting.com and leave a comment on any episode, and I'll read it, and it'll make it on the air eventually. So, folks, hey, I want to thank you for spending time with me again here in Mayberry, and until next week, lots of luck to you and yours. Bye, everybody.